Two things we told you about this season you were going to hear. Told you before the season started you were going to be hearing this stuff about luck. And we told you in week 3 we said it, that everyone was going to be talking about the Thanksgiving game. And now you're starting to hear about the epic Thanksgiving game. People are starting to talk about it and write about it. They waited till after the Bear game to start to talk about, wait a second, they're playing Green Bay on Thanksgiving. That 12 o'clock Thanksgiving game, which has pretty much been a game where everyone's just looking at their watch saying, can we eat before that so we can get back for the 4 o'clock game, which is what America's been saying. Hey, Ma, can we eat before the can we eat at 3 so that we don't have to watch the fourth quarter? This game's over anyway, so we can get back here for the Cowboy game. All right, let's eat at 3. Now everyone's going to have to decide to not eat until 4:30 until this game's over because you got Green Bay at Detroit, and people are going to be getting to people's houses early. You don't want anyone till 2. They're going to be over at 12:30 because they're going to want to be there for kickoff. Hi, happy Thanksgiving. The stuff's in the car. Where's the TV? Thanks, Aunt Mabel. Stuff's in the car. Where's the set? I got to see the Packers and the Lions. Don't bother me. Come back. Bring some dip and get the heck out of the way till 3:30, 4 o'clock. Don't bother me. That's it. And we want to eat exactly, unless we have overtime, we'll tell you. Now, if it's overtime, it's going to burn a lot of turkeys. That's the one thing. That game goes overtime, it is going to, because a lot of people are going to be told, we'll eat at 4:10. That game goes overtime, it's going to burn a lot of turkeys in America. It's going to be called it's going to be a turkey burning afternoon because everyone's going to be sitting there or, you don't mind a cold turkey anyway. It's easy to cough. So, you like to take it, put a cold towel on it and get it, cooled off anyway. So it's easy to cough anyway. But that's okay. You don't want that, but you don't want to burn it. And you want to get everything ready, and that's it. And the people are like, are you kidding me? Is that game over yet? This could turn into the old Dolphin-Kansas City game with Gary Yepremian and Jan Stenerud. The old Christmas Day double overtime, which ruined every Christmas dinner in America. Could have one of those this year because the 12:30 is big for the first time in, I can't remember. I mean, how many times? Remember Peyton Manning in Detroit where he'd put up 35 points about 2 minutes into the second quarter? Or some of these other games are having Tom Brady in Detroit basically bink, 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 just lighting them up. Or how many bad Detroit games we've seen? Once in a while, you'd get a big one. You had the Bear-Lion one where they ran a kickback in overtime for a touchdown. Remember the guy in the Bears in overtime ran a kickback for a touchdown? Williams, I think it was Williams, ran a kickback for a touchdown. The Bears and Lions 1 year in overtime. But most of the time, you got a rotten first game. And for years, it was the same thing. Pick against the Bears, pick against the Lions, and on the Cowboys. That was your Thanksgiving parlay. Against the Bears, on the Cowboys. And then you had some years where the Cowboys were terrible. Remember Randy Moss a couple of years just killing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving night, afternoon, just killing the Cowboys? And then you used to watch then you watch the Golden Egg game, Mississippi State. Now you got the third game. You used to have the old Golden Egg always played on that night, Mississippi State. Used to be the game. But now you have, you got the third game. The third game this year, I think, is Denver, Kansas City, is it not? It was Kansas City somebody, I think. I think it might be Denver, Kansas City. Or Kansas City, San Diego, or Kansas City somebody, right? Excuse me, I'm wrong. San Francisco, Baltimore. Oh, that's pretty good now. That turned out to be a good game. The third game, San Francisco, Baltimore. I hadn't looked at the third game. So San Francisco, that's pretty good. San Francisco, Baltimore. Turns out pretty good. That's very good, as a matter of fact. Harbaugh. Oh, that's what I did. I did a brother game on Thanksgiving night. The brother game. Harbaugh. And I realized they played this year. I didn't realize they played on Thanksgiving. Harbaugh. That's pretty good, too. With Niners playing well, going to the Lions this week. Niners have gotten no credit because the Lions have gotten all the attention. If the Niners ever beat the Lions this week, all of a sudden you're going to be seeing Harbaugh stories everywhere. Harbaugh's been better than advertised. But Thanksgiving at noon this year is a different schedule. It is a different schedule this year because you have the epic game, Green Bay, Detroit, at 12:30. The biggie. So you figure that game's not over with all the passing in that game between those two. That game's 4 hours. That game's not going to be over till 4:30. They're not going to want it to be over to 4:30 either. They're going to stretch it. That game's going to go forever. So you better schedule Thanksgiving dinner right around. You want to be safe? 20-5. Make it a 20-5 dinner. You're in good shape. Because you know what it is? It's Dolphins, Cowboys. That isn't pretty. I don't think Sperano going back to Dallas is going to excite anybody. Most people don't even know he's there. Here's Mr. Met.